So we got to do an oil change in the 5103 cow pushing tractor. The Puma. It's a Puma 130. And then the John Deere 544K wheel loader. All three of them need oil changes. The Puma's going to get fuel filters as well. And let's see. Everything else on fuel should be good. The feed wagon and the Puma just got greased up a few days ago. But the wheel loader and that cow pushing tractor, they need greasing. And then we got Samuel over there. He's washing houses, getting ready to start stacking houses. Calf hutches. Jason, my older brother, he's hauling manure. He's got the pit down a good 3 feet right now. And then let's see, Jeremy, my younger brother, he is running the gopher poisoner. I have no idea where he is. He's on one of the rented hayfields. He was going first to a 60-acre field, then he was supposed to go to a 40-acre field after that. So he's probably somewhere in between those two. And then right now my dad's in the skid steer pushing manure down the ramp in the pit. And he's also up here doing odds and ends and helping with oil changes and whatever. He's also wanting to work on that trailer that we're going to turn into a grain trailer. Or at least he said he was going to. And then the other thing we need to get done, the 7200 on the hay baler needs an oil change. We might go ahead and knock it out too so that it's ready to go. Oil's already draining in the Puma. I think my dad just cleaned out the fuel screen. He's got the fuel filter off already. Cow pushing tractor. This is a 5103. Need to get it going right now because it's almost time. In about 45 minutes it's got to go to get the cows up, so we'll knock this one out first, get it done, and then move to the Puma and then work on the wheel loader. And then I'll pull that 7200 up here. And it hadn't run since October, so it's gonna get it started and let it run for a little while before we change the oil. So get started on this one. And it needs a little more. And then it's still got to fill up the filter too. So. Check that. I think that's bringing me pretty close. And we'll start it. Check for leaks. And then check it again if that filter gets full. Yeah, it's got plenty of oil right now. I'll start it and let it run. So at the bottom of the box, so we'll just add a little bit more. That'll be good. We'll go ahead and blow this out real quick. Tab broke off. Okay, this tractor's done. We're gonna run it back over there. We're gonna go ahead and fill it up with diesel and then park it in front of the barn so they know it's ready to go. So they should need it in, let's see, 20 minutes. So 20 minutes to do that. Check and see how things are going down here. So right now we're trying to put as much manure as we can on the sacrifice fields, or the fields that are going to get sprigged this year. That way, hopefully here, I would say hopefully here pretty soon, we start plowing. If it's dry enough, we can start plowing and plow all that manure into those fields. And then, they'll be ready to go to sprig. So then the way we pick our sacrifice fields is the poorest quality field with the least valuable grass. Those are the ones that get picked. So obviously in that kind of case, they're possibly the least fertile ground. And then with the cows in them for, they're in them for like 24 hours. I would say 30 days, and then we start grazing 12 hours a day, so then they're in them for the other 12 hours a day. probably for another 30 to 45 days. So with all that natural manure put on them, and then with hauling manure to them and getting them all plowed in, you just need a little shot of water, and those Tifton 85 sprigs should take off no problem. So now we're going to move the 7200 over there, and we're going to let it run for about 20 minutes. It hasn't started since, I'd say late October when we finished baling. So we'll get it pulled over there, let it run, and then let the oil drain. We're going to leave that sitting there running, and Puma's already been draining. We're going to get the wheel loader draining now. This has like a drain bolt that's kind of like a valve, and then it's got a hose that drains through the belly pan. It's got a whole belly pan underneath, and then hose drains out on the other side. You see the oil draining now. So it just turns like a valve, kind of, sort of. So we'll leave that there, let it be draining, and we'll start working on the Puma. That's the Puma's drain plug. We're going to go ahead and shut this off because it's kind of annoying. Get it draining. Come back over here and check the wheel loader. Come back over and check the wheel loader. See. Make sure the bucket's not overflowing. That's still good. Go ahead and swap buckets just in case. Oh, Alright, got the diff fluid into the Puma and got the oil in the Puma, waiting on Wes to get back with the truck to put some fuel in the fuel filter. Fuel filter's right there. Slap it on and it's ready to go. Just gotta start it up and check the oil, check for leaks, and make sure it's got plenty of oil. I've greased the wheel loader, oil's drained, and he's supposed to be bringing me a filter when he comes back from town, so basically waiting on that. And the 7200 over there has all the oil drained, and that's it so far. I haven't done anything else to it yet. So that's where we are right now. Camera battery's acting up on me, so I'm gonna go get on the wheel loader, get the filter off, and shut the valve, that drain valve, and start putting oil in it. No, but I probably need one. Okay, this one's done. Right on the fuel filter. Right on the oil filter. Are you poured 4 in here with the loader? Yeah. How'd my nipples work?
What? Oh, nice.
Was it spinning all the time?
Yeah.
Was it leaving big ditches or was it nice smooth ditches?
It's alright.
How muddy was it?
Pretty much.
Everywhere or just 40 acres?
40 acres was like over
Rice
half,
paddy?
you know, 3, yeah. And then Damus, like going downhill on the whole right side. And then, like, you know, on the back side where it drops down the hill.
Could you put any fertilizer out?
No, you can't put any out. You get stuck.
What was the ryegrass like?
None.
You didn't see any ryegrass?
There's a little bit on the outside of the 40 acres.
What about Demas?
A little bit.
I mean, was it greenish?
It was greenish, but it wasn't,
It was short though?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, there was ryegrass there. It just wasn't very tall.
Yeah.
Needs fertilized?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, man.
But welding those nipples on help spin it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So I got the oil changed in the 7200. I got the old fuel filters done on the Puma. Already parked it back on the feed lane. Wheel loader's all done. Everything's good. And the cow pushing tractor is already getting a second group of cows up. So something happened with the camera at the end there. It was going dead. I don't know. Maybe it didn't charge last night. I don't know. But either way, this is oil changes. Fuel filter on the Puma. Grease this up. Grease the cow pushing tractor up. We're gonna start getting hay equipment ready. He said there wasn't any ryegrass in the field, but there is. It's just short, needs fertilized. And as soon as we get some warmer weather and some sunshine, that stuff's gonna take off like crazy, and we get some fertilizer on it. So we need to drain the oil out of the cutter bars and replace it. It's just 2.5 gallons of hydraulic oil. Check all the oil on the gearboxes on the Mocos. That should be fine. No big deal there. Balers, they should be ready to go. Chains and sprocket wise, one of them just got new chains and sprockets. I think, yeah, one of them's on its second set, and then one is on its third set. But they're both in good shape. I do baler pins, and so that's all coming up. Needing to get done. Jason was able to get the manure pit down like 4 foot. It's probably only like a foot deep right now. We're supposed to get another severe thunderstorm in the morning. Just piling up my balage for tomorrow's feed. What we talk. Yeah, so we're supposed to get another severe thunderstorm in the morning. I think it's supposed to be a little worse out west, in West Texas. So, yeah. I bet it's too wet, but we need to get the plow ready to go. It should just need greasing and tires checked, and everything else on it should be fine. But it just needs to once over. And yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, we may get the rear cylinder back on the 6410 tomorrow. I'm not really sure. They'll probably call, and we'll get those swapped out and take the other one down there and get it fixed. And then at least the 16410 will be 100%, or kind of sort of 100%. And then there's several other things that need to get done. So with all that being said, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.